So why are we here? I had a thought cross my mind. Men aren't men anymore. Brothers, we as a whole, the vast amount, and I mean literally the 99%. And saying that, acknowledging where up until recently even, and I mean within the last few years, I myself have not been a man. I talk to men and women, and I want to be clear, this is not any sort of man bashing. This is not anything pandering for women. This is a conversation directly talking to my brothers, just down to the brass tacks facts. We, men, are not men anymore. I assert we are male. I want to let that soak in. See, there's a difference in a man and a male. And I myself, in my own journey, in creating this content, in studying these topics, in coaching and helping men, hundreds, I mean, at this point over the years, thousands, directly, indirectly, I've come to understand and evolve and mature my view of men, of the state of manhood and masculinity. You know, you all know I stand on my square. No one's told us it's bullshit, not even through the red pill, but as I awoken to this knowledge, to this truth, to really get aware of the state of things. My first thought was, now that I found this, all I have to do is spread the word. Once we know this, what I view of masculine expression, what I view to be important, what I build myself as a man to be. And I've been continuously following that path inside of this work, inside of my studies, inside of all of it. I've gone from viewing other men from that first, I expose the truth, I share the truth, I make programs designed, helping men, hundreds of men, thousands of men in my network. And there's not that same hunger for and clarity of, yes, everything we've been lacking, everything I feel in my spirit, the fire in the belly, everything I'm reading in these books, everything that I'm piecing together, like, yes, fucking on some Braveheart shit. Like, you can't pin it down because this is damn near extinct. This is endangered species type shit. Barely captivated inside of theatrics, movie, entertainment, but at the same time, where there are splices of it, rated R, restricted, times of more vulgar, raw creations of the past. Even in that entertainment, now it's more the other side is the propaganda, the media, the programming, as to soften things up, clean things up, and make things more inclusive, more bland, more the same. In my progression, maturity, and understanding, my view of masculinity, manhood, how I see other men that I interact with, what they say, what they do, how they appear, how they live, what they're about. I've gone from looking down, I've gone from wanting better, I've gone from where I started to understanding and accepting the state of things, no different than I preach and teach about in female nature, and just accept what it is. And in that, men aren't men anymore, not just in my experience, not just in my work, just the overall state and acceptance of things. We're not men these days. We're not taught to be. It's not an environment where it's encouraged, safe, or again, it is endangered, period. So when I say we're not men anymore, what I've come to accept is that it's not ignorance, it's not laziness, it's not lack of ambition. It is literally a generation that is disconnected from source, disconnected from where it's come from, the origins, disconnected from the testosterone that balances out all the medical defects and things showing up, blue chews in your 20s and shit, lack of focus. In that, I think I've gotten clarity in the first step to taking on that journey of being a qualified man. You see, I'm not one for the coined phrases. The one that I do have, MGM standard, mature, grounded, masculine man. That's an acronym. I'm purely speaking to the concept of men being men again. And what I mean by that is understanding that the state of things, until we step into our manhood, until we accept the state, I won't even say male nature, because that's not the case. The state of men, manhood, and masculinity today, to accept that we are not men anymore. In the way that, I mean fundamentally, systematically, men are not giving young boys, adolescents, young men, a rite of passage, transition from adolescence to adulthood. What is needed at its core to create, to evolve, to mature, to acknowledge, to transcend into manhood, that very social construct is no longer existent. And without such a standard, a society, a culture, we get what we have today, a society of male, not men. You could be just like a male. However, a man, which the majority of males today are not, a man is distinctly grounded in masculinity. MGM standard, mature, grounded, masculine expression is a qualified man for himself. Masculine is forward progress. Why do I say this? Males can pay bills. Males can get pussy. Males can get married. Males can have children, can raise families, can work jobs. Males can earn money. Males can follow the rules. Males can do what they're told. Males will keep society safe. Men on the other hand tend to shake some shit up. See, there's a danger to that. This is why I can confidently, proudly, and with true clarity say, we're not men anymore. When I say shake some shit up, I truly believe there's only about 1% of the planet operating as men. Men, to whatever degree, are grounded in masculinity. Masculine is raw. Masculine is straightforward. Masculine is no feelings. Don't hear this as glorification. I just want to be distinctly clear on what I'm speaking to, because it is distinctly missing and confused and washed away inside of the gray of modern culture, a feminine dominant society. None of this is all good, bad, right, wrong. This is the state of things. You have to first understand something in order to do anything about it, in order to mature in your understanding, to help it evolve. Masculine is forward progress of humanity. We are not men that forward culture at large by mass. We are not men, I'm speaking to all of us, because we are only as strong as our weakest link. And if 99% of the male on the planet are not men, I mean this to be no insult. What's that, 90 million of us, in that 1%? Cool, we got it. I'm not talking to you, but I'm talking to anybody out there who needs to be honest with themselves. Masculinity is forward progress of mankind, of your community, of your race, of your tribe, of your village, of your family, of your household. You see, men take life on their back. If you can get this and respect this, don't add anything to it, don't take anything from it. Men step forward, masculine, MGM, mature, grounded, masculine man steps forward to say, I'm gonna take what life is on my shoulder, and I'm gonna stand for what I say, forward progress. I see how it looks. I see the feminine of everything, the unknown, the chaos, the everything. And I'm gonna be the grounded rock. Who am I? This is where we go. This is north. This is how we communicate. This is how we hold our head. This is how we treat each other. This is how we invent, solve problems, bring solutions, cooperate, collaborate, evolve, grow, expand, explore, bigger, 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 empire. Nowadays, it's a marketing sales point about not leaving your loved ones in a burden or bind with your debts and your burial. Where's the legacy in that? The average savings is something $800 to $1,500. The average credit score. These are not insults. This is a state of things. Find yourself wherever you may. And at large, we are not men anymore. You may be working and working hard. I would invite you to consider that no different than the way you work hard once you have a child because there's someone else to think about. You approach life differently. You navigate, you move differently. Even if you bump your head, even if you have a rough start, even if you're a late bloomer, you're gonna get shit together because you have to. Because masculine, who am I? They're gonna eat. This is a standard. I'm gonna make sure that's so. I'm gonna go forward and see to it that it happens. Masculinity, forward progress. This is what men do. It's about tomorrow. It's about the legacy. It's about the community. It's about the larger, the nation, the culture, the planet, life itself. Children of God, at the level that we are one big ass family, the planet gets better. Life gets better. The weakest link, the hungry, the poor. We're not men anymore doing that. You can read the history books. The advancements we're making are at the best of $1, or at the best, the satisfaction of our individual, our feminine needs, our right now. The legacy, the light of masculinity in society, feminist movement, all the conversations that have made masculine, raw masculine energy no longer a safe place, a safe space, a valued product of society. No different than a gun, blade, military, army, defense as it's labeled, mechanism, in which even to its energy, masculine has us go hard, put up our walls, protect, provide, protect, and cherish. And society has muted and snuffed out for whatever systematic reasons. And now we're in a place where society's forward progress from that masculine light is about to the same portion. Because if you look at the advancements of life, the technology, the infrastructure, the development, the industry, over 100 years ago, we didn't have leisure time. Now we literally have devices in our hands that there's not a moment you can't access leisure. However, the diseases being cured, the politics that are actually bettering the society. Global rebellions, revolutions are happening, wars are happening still in the year of 2025 with all the advancements in technology that we have. We are stifled to move forward. Our family units, our nucleuses, our children, the legacy we are leaving as of today is a school shooting bi-monthly that's not uncommon. Desensitized to it. Our entertainment is telling us about the state of our children. Adolescence, the latest hit, speaking about this very conversation on another side, the red pill rage. That's just a facet. And inside of my work, sex, dating, and relationships, it's a big ass facet. This is just some real fucking talk for men. Inside of my work, I can't keeping this conversation to myself as I'm pumping out the surface conversation that you want. The attention and the views is about getting women to chase you, the clicks. Yes, I have a business to run. The truth of it is, I want better for men, society, manhood. I want better for myself because I'm a product of this shit. And I'm recognizing that just shining the light on the truth is not enough. It's going to have to be an entire paradigm shift. It's going to have to be a movement. We're not men anymore. I help you with women because we're not men that women are attracted to. And the natural things that men would be doing, women would value and chase after. I wouldn't have to teach you how to get them to chase if you were being a man, doing what masculine does. And so my work exists. This is not to shame you. This is the state of things. This is why I talk about this. But I know I need to get this out, which is why the ad-lib fuck it moment. And honestly, you have been connecting with that content. So maybe I get it edited and drop it immediately. Really, at best, that's what this content is. If you made it this far, then it speaks to something. And you're aware of the truth. You're interested in the truth. You're looking for the truth. You can hear the truth. And honestly, that's it. It's not something I can keep to myself, but it's a realization that I've had today that I am now clear enough to articulate and just let it fly. At large, every male on this planet, whether in diapers, boxers, or depends, is a male until made a man. Self-made, possible, takes a lot longer. Guided, transitioned through a rite of passage, not in modern Western culture. I'll be honest, if you're gonna follow this message, this movement, my content, my discussions, and what I'm out to shine a light on, you wanna find out how to get women, that's the biggest problem in your life, you can go find a dating coach for that. If you wanna be a man who shapes the world, who shapes life, who leaves a legacy, who makes a difference for the men, women, children, family that he loves, just stick around. We've got a lot of work to do. That's what the fuck I'm about, so let's get to it. I'm wishing you the best, only success. And in the meantime, I'm gonna be right here, being the best version of myself. One could say beyond empowered. The question is, fellas, who are you going to be? Peace.